Alright viewers, here I am. It's raining here and thundering. It's kind of a cold thunderstorm. I call it a cold thunderstorm here. Let's see if I can do this here. Oh no, hold up. Sorry about that, viewer. There we go. The tent is being blown around too, so that's why you... Yeah, it's kind of a cold thunderstorm. Cool out there, kind of on the chilly side. Yet we got thunder rolling through and rain. Kind of like that off and on since last night, about midnight came in. So oh, lightning too, there viewer. I'm on the hilltop too, right nice and true. I hear the thunder echoing through the hills of southern Indiana here. Eating a peanut butter witch with some honey on it. Peanut butter bread. Got a little honey on it too, oh, that's delicious. Well, peanut butter is the best stuff, I can tell you that. It's a survival food, yeah. Actually, I was in town. I picked up another jar of peanut butter here. I like this stuff a lot, you know. Yeah. It's very healthy. It's high in fat, high in protein. Tastes good. It's kind of a health food, really, if you think about it. I don't like the bread very much, but I will eat it. You know, they didn't have the French bread at that Walmart. They only got one grocery store in Paoli, Walmart. Which is not a good thing. Monopoly. And they don't carry French bread there like the other Walmarts do. Like the one in Bedford. Your baked meat section is very limited. That's fine. Oh, how do I do this? There we got to clean this out. Crumbs. I can't believe it. Thunderstorm. I mean, this time of year, late November like this is like... Oh no! Hold up, dear viewers, I gotta just try to clean this tent out here. You know, I took my pee before this rain came. The rain kind of like off and on. Tent's clean here. Using this to be 20 degree bags. It was pretty chilly. Yeah. So it was really windy, really rainy. So I'm in my ALPS here. My Lynx tent. You see the rain coming down here. It's really coming down here, viewers. Really coming down here. Oh, hold up. I'm having a hard time here. Oh no, why? Because it's nowhere really put the phone that's stable. Lightning, we got lightning. Put the people in the tent down, you know, the self-help bike packers, so. Alright, you know. I think we got in late last night. I think it's dark. I think it's late longer. Well, we had a nice breakfast with peanut butter bread. My almusao there, viewers. My almusao. Maybe I could put it like this, huh? How are you doing? Still going? Yes. That's much better. My owl musao, huh? So I'm in this teal color tent with the teal color rainfly, which is, I like the color. It's kind of greenish, bluish type color, you know. And so far, it's dry. I don't feel any leaks coming yet, you know. ALPS Mountaineering stuff is usually pretty dry. I mean, my little ibex tent, if it's like raining really, really hard, it would have a little leak around the seam, you know. I mean, I feel it's a little drop of water coming in, you know, but so ALPS Mountaineering tents are usually pretty dry, but you know, they could leak a little bit sometimes. So we got this morning. It's only like 10 after 10 in the morning here. I thought it was later than that. No, it's only 10. And we got this morning thunderstorm rolling through here, which is really a weird time of the year for thunderstorms, you know. You think of summer, you think of springtime when the wind's warm and humid and there's that collision of air mass instead of but here, I don't know. Some strange weather. Maybe it's that geoengineering they're doing. I always see chemtrails over. Even over the Hoosier here, I've seen chemtrails already. So. I got plenty of milk. Plenty of milk to drink, so. Make sure I have plenty of milk. Just basic bread, peanut butter, eat, I think. Just basic stuff, y'all. I want to make sure I get calories, keep the calorie count going. Let's see, I was planning to go to the library maybe Friday. I ordered some tent steaks and a floor saver for this tent from ALPS Mountaineering, the floor saver from. Made specifically for a two-person ALPS Mountaineering tent, so it's like that thick Oxford nylon material. It's a little thicker than the one for the ibex, so yeah, it's made specifically for this tent here, so you know, ALPS Mountaineering. And I got some Stilty Nobedian 2 tent stakes, because the tent stakes that came with this tent are so soft, the aluminum, they bend. I mean, they pretzel up like a, I mean, just taking steak mallet to them, drive them in the ground, they just bend, you know. I mean, they're not very good quality. I think ALPS got a new manufacturer to make their tents here, because this tent here looks a little different than the previous Lynx models. I mean, I think they switched manufacturers or something. Chinese manufacturers. Of course, these tents are made in China. So I think they just found another factory to make their tents. You know, so. So I don't know. I just don't know what to say. I mean, but the tent steaks, the steaks are so soft, you know, aluminum, so they're not very efficient, you know. They just pretzel up real bad, they just bend, you know. If you look at them, they will bend, you know. That's how soft they are. Soft aluminum. So, heavy downpour we got here. I'm glad I'm not out. I'm in the tent. I was going to take a walk and check on the bike packers down, you know, in the campground here, but glad I got back to the tent. It started off as a light sprinkle, and now it's a pretty moderate, heavy shower, rain shower here. So I don't know. It's interesting weather, I guess. Southern Indiana today. come Sunday, I'm going to be here 2 weeks, by 14 days, So hopefully the weather is going to be improved before then, so I can get my camp broke down and load the trailer back up, get back on the road. I'm hoping, because I think Sunday's Thanksgiving. I don't know. Hopefully this all this wet weather. It's supposed to rain like from today to Friday, I think. It's supposed to be raining in the forecast. And Friday, I'd like to go down to the postal office because I'm getting all my stuff set general delivery. And I want to thank my friend for sending me a little extra money there for my needs there, victuals, as he called it. So I want to thank you because it is being used greatly. All the money people donate to me is not wasted on junk and frivolous garbage. I buy food with it, or I might buy some things I need, like like in my case, I bought some stuff for my tent here, which I actually needed. I need tent stakes to stake the tent down, and the floor saver, because the ALPS tents don't come with floor savers. You got to buy them separately. So I bought that. So stuff I actually need. It's not just wasted. I'm very careful. Or I use the money sometimes to watch clothes, laundry, clothes, or sleeping bag. You gotta watch my sleep. I'm sure it needs a bath. Stuff like that. It's needful things, necessary things. So it's not ever wasted on junk or entertainment or. I'm not an entertainment guy. I don't need to be entertained. In fact, I find most entertainment to be nonsense and garbage. So what they call entertainment is not funny. All right, so that's about it. I think we just got this rain coming down there, viewers. It's just rain in my ALPS Mountaineering Lynx 2-person tent. That's what we're doing. Got it through strippers.com. I think I got about a year ago. I think so. When I had somebody, it was a good deal. That's why I bought it. It was actually the Chirpers outbeat Amazon's price on it. Chirpers, Wisconsin, Hales Corners, Wisconsin. I guess it's the outdoor type store up there. I think that's southeast. Wisconsin. I used to live in that state. I'm not from Wisconsin, but I lived there. I was a resident there for a little while. All right, so we're gonna let the storm just go by. Then I thought about walking down to the see if they're all right. They got that cheap Walmart tent. That probably thing leaks like crazy. I can imagine that thing being very waterproof, or it's just cheap, garbage. Yeah, I know everything's made in China, but some things seem to be not as bad, I guess. I always wonder about those tents. Well, before I conclude this video, I'll say this too. I always wonder about those tents I see on Amazon. You can get them for under $100. There's a lot of them. They're all Chinese branded tents, Chinese made tents. Let me think of a brand name there. Bestport, for example. Bestport, got a lot. Nightcat. I can't think of all the brand names. Gear Top is another one I see. Bicana, something like that. I actually looked at a Bicana tent yesterday just for the fun of it. I like it because a lot of them come with they come in different colors. Come with like green lines, like something that would be stealthy color. They're all, but I don't know about the quality. They're Chinese, and I don't know about the materials. I have no experience with those tents. You see them on Amazon. They're usually under $100 you get them for. Kazu's another brand, Kazu. Maybe somebody in the comments could maybe if you have any experience with those brand tents from Amazon, maybe you could like tell me about them. Give me your feedback. Yeah, not gonna hear much here about the rain and thunder and lightning here. I'm in the deep. I'm on the hilltop too. I should get down now. Just to get down there and lightning. You guys probably be safe to go to the bound house here, the toilet building. Yeah. That's all concrete here. It's like really raining now in here. Coming down there, viewers. Yeah, it's really coming down. So far the test, this is a rain test for it, I guess, this lake here. And it seems like the water is just beating off here. Look at that. The water is just beating off the rainfly here, it looks like. You can see, that's through the knitting, but you can see it too if I could. Zip that. Yeah, so it's cold out here though. This is not a warm rain. This would be very cold here. This would give you hypothermia. You'd be like George Washington. He would die from hypothermia. I believe that's how he died, yeah, hypothermia. He was out chopping wood or something in the cold rain in Virginia, and then he got sick and died, yeah. Hypothermia killed him. So you can see the rain coming down. The ALPS Mountaineering Lynx. So far, I guess it's okay. It's worth getting the upgraded tent stakes and the floor saver for it. The ALPS Mountaineering brand floor saver. Made specifically for a two-person ALPS Mountaineering rectangular dome tent. This is kind of rectangular, the floor saver. So, yeah, I looked at that. I actually looked at one of those cheap Amazon tents too. Maybe it would be, it would have been maybe suitable. That way I could just have one tent instead of carrying two tents, because I'm carrying the little ibex too. I use that like when I'm on the road and I'm still camping. It's small and fast. Has a small footprint. I thought about getting, instead of that, and just giving this two tents to somebody. Maybe the bike packer, so I'll give them one of them. As a gift. I thought about getting one of those Amazon tents. I really thought about that yesterday as well. Because, you know, for the same price I paid when it came to the shipping and the tax, you got to pay tax, I found out on Amazon. You can avoid not paying taxes. So it came out to about the same price as getting one of those Amazon tents, but I don't know the quality of them. I have zero experience. They could be just junk. They could just leak and not be waterproof. But I really like the color of it. A lot of them are like the right color, you know, like the greens and the natural colors. You know, something that's more stealthy as far as quality and durability and materials and workmanship. That was the big question I had. I didn't know. It would have been a big gamble, you know, on limited funds. So I just ended up getting the tent stakes and what else? And the floor saver for this link. So I'm just going to keep this here, use it to, it's no longer functional, I guess. That's what I usually do. ALPS tents, they last a while, but then they eventually kind of lose their function. You know? They got like a limited shelf life, I guess, but for now, it's working, so. Praise the Lord, yes, yes. All right, viewers, well, that's about it here. Your dear viewer here at the Youngs Creek Sports Camp here in the southern Indiana here in the Hoosier National Forest. Looks like all the hunters that were across the little camp road here, they're all gone. They all pulled out. They're all gone. It's empty out there. All those trailers and tents and like a little compound going, you know, for they're all left. They're gone. They were hunters, I think. Yeah, hunters. Yeah. They took off, you know. I guess their days were up. Yeah, my days will be coming come Sunday, you know. My Sunday is officially my last the day I arrive, so if I wanted to, I guess I could push into Monday, you know, to leave Monday. You know, 'cause I got here really late Sunday, you know. It was like about 11 p.m. by the time I got my tent set up. It was this tent, too. It was really windy and cold at night, you know. It was really dark. I couldn't see anything. As long as I get my stuff before I leave, that's all I care about. Then it looks like, well, people ask, where are you going after this? How about going south, southwest, into Illinois there, into southern Illinois, down to the Shawnee there, and there's the Shawnee National Forest down there. Then maybe into Paducah, Kentucky, which I've been to before. I've been to Paducah in 1988. I like to pick up a little work somewhere, you know, get a job and make some money. Maybe Paducah I could pick up some work, yeah. Even if it's housekeeping or, you know, don't have to do nothing fancy. Just as long as I'm making some money. I don't think I want to work on fast food joints, so I'm not good at that kind of fast food. I guess I would have to if it was like do or die, you know. Because they do pay you, you know, you still get paid. Just to wear a uniform, which is hard for me because I'm outside like this. We shall see. I can make some money then, actual cash, you know. I like to send the wife some money too, you know. Of course, I'm going to send her something. She is my wife. Help the kids out, the baby Ava. Help Ava out, the baby girl. I know she's, you know, Sophia's daughter, you know, but she's, you know, even though they're not biologically my kids or my grandkids, you know, but yeah, I still consider them my grandkids. I'm married to their grandmother, so I consider them grandkids, you know. They're special to me. Even Hannah Banana, yeah, teenage girl now, trying to impress people with her looks. You know, teenage girl, you know. What is this Hannah Banana? I always go like that. What's this Hannah Banana? Like that? From here. Got accumulation here, you know. Can't help it. Leaves and little. So I like the doors on this tent. Two V-shaped doors. They're easy to close. The zippers seem to work well. They're D-shaped. Just one big D. ALPS Mountaineering tents came a long way from when I remember the beginning of them. I actually liked them in the beginning. Their early models were nice. Better colors, I thought, much better. They were muted, natural colors, like browns and tans. They had green. Then they start getting into these loud colors later, you know, over the years. Now everything seems to be like this really light gray with navy blue trim. I don't like that at all, you know. I had a Acropolis tent for a while. 3-person. I like the design of the tent. Square, you know, like square, kind of a square tent. Really roomy, nice big airlock. But the color was awful. It was like this light gray rainfly with navy blue trim. I just didn't like it. I thought the color was ugly. But the tent itself was nice. You know. All mesh. It would have been great for the hot summer. Great for the Philippines, you know. It's always warm there. So, all right, so that's it. Thank you for watching, dear viewers. God bless again.